Hola a todos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos a un nuevo stream, a un nuevo video. Hoy estamos aquí a punto de presenciar pues el nuevo año de Destiny, a ver qué hacen esta vez. Supongo que empezará con el tráiler. Por aquí en la parte izquierda tengo el chat de Twitch, a ver qué la gente qué es lo que está opinando, para poder ver qué onda. Bueno, el tráiler acaba de salir del nuevo DLC. Y pues... Hombre, las oficinas nuevas de Bungie, ahora que se fueron de Activision. Ay. Ahí caminando. Muy bien. Buenos días, señores. Bueno, se están presentando. Bueno, salió el tráiler. Miren, la parte de atrás, ahí está el póster del nuevo DLC. El nuevo DLC se llama Shadowkeep. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, o sombras que permanecen ahí ocultas. Algo del lado oscuro de la luna seguramente vamos a ver. Y al parecer es de colmena. Se ve a Iris de vuelta. Mira, aquí está el tráiler. Mira, me callo, véalo.
Can you feel them? I can still hear their voices. Their endless torment reshapes our moon. Nightmares now stalk the surface. Walking shadows, seeking vengeance. Our old fears, they rise again. And in the dark below.
Ojo que dijo in the dark below,
Has awakened. We must.
Por ahí se escuchó el sonido de una bruja. El sonido de la bruja de Destiny 1. Y pues ya eso es todo. A ver. Mira, un arma nueva seguramente. El arma que te van a dar al final. Bueno, a ver, vamos a hacer objetivos, chicos. ¿Por dónde empiezo? El tráiler, no lo sé. Vamos a ver qué más ponen por ahí antes de comentar. Escucha bien. No sé. A ver. Ok, la visión de Destiny es sacar 3 partes cada vez que sale un Destiny, ¿no? O sea, 3 DLCs, órale. Ahí, dinerillo.
It comes with a lot of baggage. It's like, does that mean it's a subscription game, or you gotta play with a mouse and keyboard, or whatever? But like, man, you know, this is one of those things. We're on our own now, and it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's a duck. Like we can accept the fact that this is what the game is.
There's like duck emojis out in the chat right now. But like
dog emojis in the
we
chat.
We don't mean like subscriptions. We don't mean subscriptions. We do mean two things. The first part where we're lacking right now, and we've like been getting better, Forsaken certainly adds to it, is improving the RPG.
Yeah, we really, you know, want
okay, que Destiny es un juego RPG. Sí, ya me di cuenta, lo hicieron muy RPG. Fíjate que es una de las cosas por las cuales me dejó de gustar Destiny. Es muy RPG, o sea, antes era más first person shooter, más acción y con un poco de elementos de RPG, pero ahora es un RPG con elementos de first person shooter.
The second part about what we mean when we say RPG is really important to us. It's about improving social. Like this is a place where
Ok, pues entonces la visión de Destiny ahora va a ser puro RPG. Bueno, pues ya me voy a pensar más antes de continuar con Destiny, ¿no? Bueno, a ver, ¿qué puedo...? A ver, aquí el tráiler nos dice mucho, Bueno, para empezar, parece que revivieron al hijo de Crota, a la bruja y a otro tipo por ahí. Y al parecer van a buscar como venganza estos de la colmena, ¿no? Me gusta el tigre que está ahí en la parte de atrás, ahí arriba, vean. Tengo uno así yo, de peluche, un poco más pequeño, pero tengo uno así. De niño, por ahí lo tengo guardado. Bueno, Pues parece un poco refrito. Juegan también con la nostalgia de el mejor DLC de Destiny 1, que fue The Dark Below. Por ahí salió Eris Morn diciendo The Dark Below, from the Dark Below, no sé qué. Bueno. Vamos a ver si este DLC está interesante, ¿no? Y las cosas nuevas que ponen. Que no quieren que sea solo un juego, sino un mundo real, un mundo increíble. Muy bien, muy bien.
I've never heard of that.
It became this awesome event, and I think the potential of what we're trying to do with Destiny is create moments like that create bonds between players and let players work together to change the world. The third part of the vision here is play it anywhere.
Yeah, we want
¿Cómo que jugar en donde sea?
Anywhere with your friends. And you know, we're definitely going to take steps here this year. Like, and the first one.
Well, I don't know which
What?
first you want to do. Like, we're just coming off of the Stadia announcement, which is our partnership with Google.
Yeah, so with Stadia.
Oh, lo van a poner en Google. Destiny Mobile. Eso sí es interesante. Ojo, 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 ojo a esto, Destiny Mobile. Y cross-platform, no me digas de cross-platform.
You know, in case Zura's selling one-eyed mask or whatever, like, that's not a promise.
You know who's been talking about this all the time? It's like Scott Taylor, constantly talking about where he's gonna play. Can't wait to play on my. Just lists a litany of devices that he wants to play. He wants to play Destiny on, and like he's just.
And that story's just cracked wide open with Stadia. So we're super excited.
No puede ser.
It lets you literally play anywhere.
So it's a great
Anywhere.
division. And then the next.
¿Lo vas a poder jugar en un móvil?
We have like our set list.
En serio. Y cross-platform.
The next thing on the list.
Lo van a poner en la nueva plataforma de Google que se va a anunciar. Eso es lo que entendí yo y lo que todo el chat entiende acá. ¿El nuevo DLC será de pago? Sí, de hecho al final del tráiler dice puedes apartar el juego, precomprarlo en la tienda, así que sí va a ser de pago. No, y aparte ahorita ya no están con Activision, ahorita necesitan dinero, es cuando más necesitan ingresos. Así que sí, supongo que sí.
PlayStation, Xbox, PC and Stadia.
Oh my god. Sí, cross platform, dude, y lo vamos a poder jugar en todos.
We're super excited about that. And you know, Bungie and
Hey,
Sony
Destiny va a ser cross platform. Nice.
That cross-save is coming to PS4 when Shadowkeep launches.
For like years, we would go to do interviews with companies. We'd like dodge this question so many times about like, which platform do you play on? Which platform should you play on?
Wherever your friends are.
Our answer has always been like,
Ok, va a ser cross platform. Bueno, por lo que se sabe ya en la E3 se va a anunciar que todos los juegos van a ser cross platform o la mayoría de ellos. Al parecer.
Wherever you want to play the game, wherever your group's rating is where you can play.
So you've probably seen reports on the internet and
Solo cross save, no cross play.
There's a reason we do the shows live. So.
It's for the really awkward. Yeah, it's for us like stammering back and forth.
Uy, yo entendí que es cross platform en todo, pero
yeah, like you know, when we think of anytime, anywhere, that third part of the vision, cross save, Stadia, those are parts of it, but we have
cross save, sí, ya escuché.
Totally true and really making that a reality. When Forsaken came out last year, for instance, look in the first-party stores. There's like 9 different versions of the game. You need like some kind of decoder ring to figure out what you're supposed to purchase. It's like just way too confusing to figure out what you're supposed to buy.
So the reason, our answer to this like big problem is, what if we just create a free entry point for the game?
Yo no haría crossplay con PC y consolas. Yo sí. Para matar a los newbies de consolitas.
But there's still this problem of, oh gosh, I've got like 40 hours of game to play. I've got to like.
No, pero Fortnite es cross platform,
Cool, but that's not really the part of the game that
y mira, le va súper bien.
La
verdad es que no hay problema con eso, Naturalmente no hay problema.
It's awesome. I love playing it. But if I'm going to recommend it to a friend who's not playing Destiny,
solo ve Fortnite. O sea, ahorita los juegos van a hacer lo que Fortnite ya hace, ¿no? Fortnite lleva 2 años haciendo lo que apenas van a hacer estos juegos. Bueno. Me dicen, no sería justo, perdóname, pero Fortnite es cross-platform y la gente no se queja. Lleva 2 años así.
where you're like jumping into Gambit.
Así que
Crucible,
yo no sé.
etc. This is about crushing the barriers between friends and making it a game where you're like, there's something awesome happening in Destiny. I'm gonna go check it out. And New Light's totally free.
It's free. You download New Light, create this character. Within 15 minutes, you're playing Gambit with your bros or running
Free?
around EZ and discovering lost sectors. Like you're
Free?
having a really fun time.
So the other part of this, like
No puede
handshake is the way
ser,
we're
man.
thinking about selling the game differently now. We have for years had this like compounding purchase model. Even something
¿Cómo
like
que
Annual
free?
Pass,
¿Cómo
which
que
we've learned
gratis?
a bunch from, and, you know, we
¿Gratis
have
qué?
plans
No
for
dijo
how we're
qué,
gonna
¿no?
iterate on it over time. It
Solo
meant
dijo
that
gratis, pero no
upfront we
dijo
had to spend
qué.
$35 rather than maybe purchasing things a la carte. And that strategy is a strategy that we're changing now that we're in control.
Yeah, if you think of New Light like a baseline, we're thinking of our content kind of like, you know, atomic packages that go on top of that. So Destiny 2 Shadowkeep is completely standalone. It's an expansion pack and it's standalone. It's an expandalone, I guess is what you would call it.
You don't need to play Forsaken. You don't need to play Curse of Osiris, Warmind. You don't have to have played Drifter. None of it.
Just
You
buy it and
Oh!
jump right in. But, you know, we want to do that with seasons.
Ok, esto me gusta, eso me gusta. No tengo que comprar nada para poder jugar este juego. Solo lo puedo jugar, solo lo puedo comprar y ya. Ay, gracias, gracias, gracias.
You know, season 8 separately from season 9.
Yep. So another part that
Ok, yo estaba dudando en comprarme este DLC si sale bueno. No creo que me lo vaya a comprar porque Destiny ya no llama tanto la atención. Pero si me lo comprara, pues bueno, tendré que comprarme el pase anual, pues ya no.
Single community
Okay,
player where
nice,
everyone
nice.
can be
Eso está
together,
bien.
where you're like, well, let's play this strike. Oh, sorry, I don't have that strike on my box.
So we want to remove those barriers, and now going forward, there's going to be no more exclusive activity content, no exclusive gameplay things like exotic weapons. We're not doing any of that.
Oh, ya no hay exclusividad. No va a haber exclusividad, eso es algo bueno. Es algo súper bueno, gracias, gracias. Oh my god.
This year, you know, Destiny
Ay, como Fortnite. Ay, gracias. Todos lo están haciendo igual. Nice, qué bien, qué bien.
Yeah, and
Qué bueno
so we need to
que
find
ya
a
se
new home,
separaban de
and,
Activision, Nice,
because we're
nice.
self-publishing Destiny now, and we're truly on our own. And so Destiny 2 is going to be
Ahora
coming to Steam.
la gente pregunta que si se va a ir a
This means
Steam
that,
en el chat.
You know, anyone currently playing Destiny 2,
Es
they're
probable
gonna
que
be
sí.
able to come over to Steam, you know, free of
Sí.
charge. They're gonna continue.
Se van a ir a Steam. Nice, ya no van a depender de Blizzard, ni de Activision, ni de nada de esas mierdas que están haciendo el juego horrible. Ya, nice, por fin son independientes. Pues fíjate que ahora sí voy a comprar Destiny, ahora sí voy a hacer un Destiny player, Ya sin esas mierdecitas que nos tenían hasta arriba todos, que bueno. Oh, G-Baited, ¿que no? Tama.
Exactly, this is all going to happen. There's going to be a website on BungieNet somewhere that describes it in more detail. But we want the transition to be really seamless
Epic?
for players. And
Ah, G-Baited, no.
So a thing that we want to try to do
Nos han
with all
engañado,
this stuff
chicos.
is, like, do the like Instagram cut down version of everything we just talked about in like 20 seconds. So the vision for Destiny going forward is pretty simple. It's an awesome action MMO in a single evolving world that you can play anywhere. By playing anywhere, that means cross-save across all of our platforms. We have a new platform that we're adding this year, Stadia. We have a new entry point for the game called Destiny 2 New Light, which is free. And everything we add to the game is going to be purchased a la carte going forward. So Shadowkeep,
Free?
Season 8. Let's say in Season 8 we start to lay the foundation for some changes we want to make to PvP, but it doesn't tempt you to come back yet. Well, maybe in Season 9 we'll have something that's going to make you want to come back for sure. No more exclusives going forward for us in terms of gameplay,
Ok, no más exclusivas.
weapons.
Va a ser gratis el juego, pero los DLCs no, algo así entendí.
That's kind of like that's the end of the set list. The encore, if we're
Y
carrying
van a
the business
agregar una nueva
forward,
plataforma que se llama
is this
Stadia.
I think it's more than an encore.
Yeah, actually, we are like we're the
Para
ultimate
jugar,
ultimate
pues, o
weapons
sea,
here.
va a ser como una nueva consola. Yo creo que va a ser para jugar en
So,
móviles, lo de
The main event is
Stadia,
coming
eso.
up. Data's behind us getting ready. But
Ya lo
let's take a look
anunciarán
at
en la
a
E3, ya verán.
called Out of the Shadows.
Ahora el tráiler, ¿no? Ah, no, otro tráiler. Ok, me cayó, lo quiero ver.
This really is the beginning of a new era, and I think beginning is an important part of that sentence.
Tiene pinta Destiny 1,
First
¿eh?
time I think that, you know, in a long time that Bungie has stood
Mucho,
kind of on its
mucho.
own.
And we're self-publishing. It's a really big deal. There's a huge opportunity here for us to really make our own decisions.
It's a turning point for us.
Ya no.
We are in charge of our own destiny. It's empowering and terrifying at the same time. there are only two groups who are going to decide what happens to
No,
Destiny
Chris.
next.
Si no, se llamaba así, no, Chris.
And the players who
Ah,
play
la luna.
Destiny.
Ven, es la misma parte de Destiny 1 de la patrulla. Me acuerdo perfectamente de eso. La bruja esa, la gritona. El hijo de Crota. Bueno. Out of the Shadows. Bungie Vidok. Sorpréndeme. ¿Van a anunciar gameplay? Ojalá que haya gameplay. ¿Gameplay? La luna. A ver, los gráficos están muy bien, Bueno, la luna se ve bien, pues a eso me refiero. Se parece muchísimo a Destiny 1,
So at its core,
¡Oh!
Shadowkeep
Es la misma.
for
Uy, me van a comprar. No lo hagas.
We haven't been to the moon in a while since Destiny 1, and a lot's changed.
When you go back, it isn't exactly what you thought it was.
There's like huge cracks ripped into it. There's a weird scarlet fortress. And so the context of the moon has been updated entirely.
This isn't just about the hive anymore. It's about something else, something...
La Siva, no, en la luna. Oh, no. Eso no gusta.
The moon this time around is something really
Oh,
scary
no.
that is playing on your fear in a way that hasn't happened before. Before it was
Pero es el hijo de Crota, ¿no? El que
scary, but now there's actually,
apareció en el
like, some
Dreadnought, ¿no? En
psychological
Destiny
elements
1.
to that.
¿O es Crota de verdad? No creo que sea Crota.
Watching us. Much too long.
Having Eris Morn come back instantly signals to players the tone shift and change.
There's an undertone of threatening and
En el chat dicen que sí es Crota,
Insufferable!
Ay, no.
We want to tap into what makes Guardians afraid. What are their worst fears?
Acabo de ver la colmena con Siva. Ay, no, la Siva. Ay, no.
Solar system. Nightmares are manifestations.
Espera, ¿revivieron a Gaul? ¿A Teo? Ay, no, van a hacer un refrito increíble. Ay. Crota. Ah, sí, es Crota. El fantasma de Crota se llamaba. Crota Phantasm, algo así. Ay, es un refrito, madre mía. O sea, están jugando solamente con... Ah, la Siva la ha causado todo, ¿no? Ay, no. Ya me decepcionó un poco bastante, la verdad. O sea, es un refrito, o sea... Revivieron a Gol, a Golgoroth, a Crota.
The darkness is actually a lot closer than you realized.
Now you know my suffering.
Sí es la Siva, ¿no? A ver, yo le vi al titán unos guantes de la Siva. Vi ahí como lucecitas de la Siva, pero no sé si sea la Siva. Puede ser que sea como una fuerza acá oscura, no sé. Pero lo que no me gusta es que jueguen con los sentimientos de la gente, ¿no? Que jueguen con la nostalgia, que digan, pues si Destiny 2 no está funcionando bien, mira, ahora te vamos a regresar a Crota, los viejos enemigos, para que vengas y lo compres y lo juegues. Man. A estas alturas, desde mi punto de vista, a estas alturas ya debieron de haber hecho Destiny 3 y borrar todo lo de Destiny 2, que a mucha gente no le gustó, vamos a ser sinceros. No es la Siva, esa armadura ya estaba. Sí, ya me acordé, por eso dudé. Yo pensé que era la Siva, pero ya dudé un poco. La verdad. Sí, escuché Taken, sí. Que se supone que van a jugar con los miedos de los guardianes y... algo así.
We've been dancing this line between like, are we RPG enough? Are we not RPG enough? And now we're like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go all in and just say like, hey, let's give players what they want.
Espera, ¿qué fue eso?
Allow them to kind of like customize the players.
Alguien hizo un ataque de golpe a un... What? Esa animación, ¿qué fue? What?
So
One Punch Man?
What we're doing is changing the way that armor, perks, and mods work pretty significantly.
Right now in the game, if you have an armor set that you like the look of, but you have another armor set that you like the way it plays, you're probably going to pick the one that you like the way it plays.
Armor 2.0 is focused on allowing you to take the mods that you've unlocked and apply them to any given piece of armor.
When I move my cursor
over
these mod sockets, it immediately shows me all of the mods that are available to me.
Personally, I'm excited about the artifact. Players just get to kind of like
regresan los artefactos. ¿Saben? Yo odiaba esa cosa en Destiny 1, en el año 3. Pero, pero ahora tú vas a poder escoger lo que hace. Bueno, así es más interesante, la verdad.
Finishing moves are a new thing for Shadowkeep. What's your favorite?
I mean, there's some crazy ones.
For the hunter, this awesome flourish where he actually does like spin in front of him, has 2 knives.
Son nuevas supers. O son ataques.
What the heck? Like, what
¿Qué
game
es?
this?
Mira, mira, mira. El golpe de One Punch Man, mira.
Back, looks at his fist and...
¡Hostia! Chaval, mira, se ve muy chido.
You know, 360 cartwheel, whatever.
O sea, es como el ataque del ancestral de acá de la película del universo de Marvel. ¿Pero qué es? ¿Es un ataque nuevo de golpe o es una super? No creo que sea super.
I am working on an exotic heavy bow.
Exotic
working on
heavy bow.
Some knockback. Trying to
heavy bow.
How big this? Okay, that's probably too much.
Holy shit!
This is an exotic trace rifle. Fire it on an enemy and it creates
un láser.
A big old crit spot. Here's a hand cannon.
A mí
working on. It fires special ammo, and it's a little bit like a one-handed sniper.
Ya. En Fortnite hay un arma así como esta. Esta arma está chida. Esta me gusta. Es como un sniper hand cannon. Es como los asesinatos de Halo Reach. Oye, sí. El mapa, ese mapa. El corte de viudas, de Widow's Court regresa, Man, yo como me acuerdo de Destiny 1. Es que Destiny 1 fue súper... Fue súper bueno Destiny 1. Mira, ahí hay algo de la SIVA, ¿ven? Tiene algo que ver con la SIVA. Hay una nave así como con forma de SIVA. ¿Vieron? Ahí en el Widow's Court. Cosas del crisol. A ver.
Previously, you would have a 20, 40, 60-hour climb before you could do what's considered in-game content. And now you can pretty much do that immediately.
¿En serio?
We want you to feel like you are in the end game.
No te creo, eso está bueno.
Leveling up your guardian and becoming more powerful, overcoming dungeons, overcoming raids.
Pues mira, la raid de este DLC se va a ver interesante.
And Black Guardian was like immediately top of the list.
And everyone was like, yes. And I was like, yes, that's what I wanted.
With Forsaken, we've started finding more ways for players to customize and personalize their character and differentiate themselves. Shadowkeep's going to push even further in that direction.
The word, which is really guiding us in a bunch of ways, is depth. It's about experiential depth. When we look at how we're thinking about the next 3-5 years, it's really important to us.
Pero no van a agregar nuevas supers en este DLC, ¿verdad?
It's cool to have a game that you can invest in.
¿O subclases? No, ¿verdad? No creo, nada más lo de los golpes esos. Oye, pues está muy... No sé, no está mal. Lo que más... Lo más importante de... no es colmena SIVA. Ya vi que se veía roja, pero no es SIVA.
As things change, if the game doesn't feel like it's changing to meet the new landscape, it just all fall down. You know, part of our DNA is finding different ways to bring people together. We needed a way to crush the barriers between friends.
We all have friends who could play Destiny, who are interested in it, but then we think about recommending it like, oh man, you're gonna have to play about 40 hours by yourself, and then you gotta pay all this money, and you know, maybe you should just play something else. And that can't be the story. We need an entry point for your friends to be able to get into Destiny.
This is just simply about bringing people together to make it easy for players to enter this universe.
There's a new entry point coming out in September called New Light, and New Light is a free-to-download experience.
New Light.
We're going to start off in the same place where Guardians first came into the world.
Guardian. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive.
¿Qué es esto?
Cosmodrome.
You're going back.
Going back. Yeah, blast from the past.
Okay.
What?
It's not going to break orbit, but it just might get us
No
to the
puede ser.
It's as easy as come in, make a character, play the amazing introduction to the game.
Espera, Destiny 1.
And then land in the tower.
And then we'll set them loose to open up the world as they see fit.
And have sort of an array.
Se llama New Light esto. ¿Qué?
You can just start playing the game and get into some of the same activities that your friends might be
¿Gratis? No, no me digas que van a poder Destiny 1 gratis. ¿Qué es eso? Ah, es como el demo de Destiny, ¿no? Y es como la intro de Destiny 1, algo así. Ah, que hablan más de eso.
Every competitive multiplayer map.
The D2 Year 1 raids like Leviathan.
Full access to Gambit, the hybrid mode that we have. All these things are available to them for nothing.
Destiny va a ser gratis, pero... Ah, ok, ya entendí. O sea, todo Destiny 2, hasta este DLC va a ser gratis para todo el mundo. Nice. Oh, por fin. Pero el DLC sí va a costar. Oye, eso está muy bien.
Like if I'm playing,
en el chat dice friends. Feels bad, man.
We want Destiny to meet you wherever you want to play, so that's incredibly important for us.
We wanted cross-save before
Steam.
Destiny 2, right? Like
Google.
A bunch of it was built. We just
oh,
couldn't get there for capital R reasons.
Sí va a estar en Steam entonces.
And many of those reasons have
va a haber cross-save, pero crossplay, ¿no?
Headed full steam ahead on that, and we got to figure out how we're going to get there and how we're going to give the players what they want.
¿Es un remake? Sí, es un remake. Pero es como la demo de Destiny 1. Como para nuevos jugadores que no tienen, que nunca han jugado Destiny. Como una introducción al juego, como un demo del juego. Para que se lo descarguen. Sí, es un remake. Pero no es Destiny 1 en PC. Mira, si sacan Destiny 1 en PC me lo compro, así, tal cual.
A commercial model or a business plan, but our creative vision and what we want to do for our players and what they want us to do with Destiny.
We feel like our work isn't done. We have a series of missions that we need to finish before I think we have Destiny in the place that it needs to be, and we're back to, I guess, finish the fight, so to speak.
Ok. Per audacia das.
Welcome, gamers, to the
ahí está
Q&A portion of the stream. Someone's very enthusiastic back there. There we go. There's a bunch more enthusiasm. Welcome to the Q&A portion of the stream. If you know who I am, you're probably pretty familiar with me doing Q&A stuff. If you don't know who I am, I'm here to embarrass myself in front of thousands of people for the second time in a week. And I'm also your personal Destiny search engine. Most people just call me Dado. I have a lot of these, by the way. I don't think I have time to read all of them. I am here. That was really, really loud. I'm here with Ben and Catherine, and we're gonna talk a little story action for Shadowkeep.
Great.
And the first thing I'm gonna start with is Eris evil? Because she kind of seemed evil, but at the same time, like not
Entonces
evil.
se llama
like, sort of
Destiny New Light. Y
Eris is definitely not
en Destiny New
your
Light
sterling
es todo Destiny 2 gratis hasta este DLC.
She's more complicated. She's been
Cuando
through a
empieces
lot.
a jugarlo,
She's this enigmatic,
va a empezar
like,
como si fuera
mysterious
Destiny
character
1.
with tons of power. It's always on
Oye,
the
yo
edge
quiero
of
jugar
every
eso
new
nomás
threat
para ver lo de
that's
Destiny 1.
And so she's decidedly not evil. I can say that pretty firmly. And what she is
Que Eris Morn no es
one
no
that's
es
going to take
mala.
us into a new threat and a new place that we have to actually investigate. Because she's come back. She's been gone for a long time. And there's been a lot of parts of the Eris story that we've gotten hints at. You know, we've seen lore books.
Que mucha gente empezó a teorizar.
What
Yo
she
me
was-
acuerdo que.
what she did after,
Ay, que Eris
the
es.
tower blew up.
Es
We
el
knew that she was
otro
gone. We know that she's
hermano
been
de.
lost for a long time. And well, all those journeys that she's done
¿Cómo se
brought
llamaba
her
este?
back to the moon.
El rey de los
The moon that we
poseídos y
probably,
que.
like, left behind
No
when
sé
we
qué, y que
felt
por eso
threats
se
there.
fue
She's
para
discovered
Destiny 2 y.
something even darker in the dark below.
Pues ahí está. No, no es mala.
See what you did there.
Trying.
Dark below. Didn't drop my pen. Speaking of Marasov and all that, I'll pose this question to you. Is this connected to any of the events of Forsaken? Is this connected tomorrow? Are we going to see any sort of link between the two?
We aren't talking about Mara specifically in Shadowkeep.
Okay.
This is an Eris story, but like what we're doing here is we like the Dreaming City was a really fun like way of exploring like the deep lore of Destiny, right? Like we had Truth to Power and we had all of the curse weeks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I was
the
definitely
Marasov vignettes.
Marasov vignette. So this is like we want to do that, but like for Eris, right?
Right.
Like we want to just go in there and be like, there's so
¿En
much.
serio?
stuff that
¿Solo hay
you said, she's a
58,000
super enigmatic
espectadores?
character. Like she could totally appear to be evil.
Man, Ninja tiene más
Like
viewers.
she uses the powers of darkness and sources all her magic from the hive.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Uy,
why?
uy,
Like, what
uy.
is all that?
Yeah, and she's doing it.
Yo pensé que más gente lo estaba viendo, pues no.
She's had for a long time, and if you think back,
Pero no han hablado nada de que se va. O sea, no va a ser crossplay, nada más va a ser cross-save, ¿verdad? Y no han hablado nada de Crisol, que era lo más interesante.
Everyone else in the city had no idea we're even around to try to stop it. You know, she does things that no one else can, and she's doing that one more time.
Pues no.
Persevering a lot. I feel like eventually just like get over it. Like fire team's dead, but you know we got Crota, right? Like give it up, lady. But
I think that's like not fair entirely, maybe because
no, I know. I'm just messing around.
Yeah.
Just to go back to Forsaken real quick. Are we getting any hints of like what's going on with Uldren and Marasov? Like Uldren, we kind of got like a cutscene, and then it's like, all right, that's it.
Y yo también extraño Destiny 1, bueno. ¿Qué onda, Perres? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
I would love to sit here and talk about Uldren. That's a conversation.
El Crisol era un poco difícil porque hay mejores jugadores.
And I'm gonna turn
Pues
back to
solo
Eris
mejora y ya. LOL.
I'm just super excited by
Destiny Battle Royale, men.
It's not just what
De verdad.
Eris is doing there right now. It's not just
Eso
it's not just about night
atraería muchos nuevos jugadores.
testing our moon. It's about the
Estaría
history
buenísimo que hubiera un Battle Royale Destiny. Aparte, el juego está hecho para que sea un Battle Royale. O sea, pueden sacar un mapa enorme, es super mundo abierto. Imagínate tú que en una temporada el mapa Battle Royale sea en la luna, otro en la tierra, así. O en otra, no sé, imagínate tú. Y luego el juego como tiene RPG, imagínate armas que te puedes encontrar en el mundo abierto. Imagínate tú que un arma dorada, un arma exótica sea la última palabra o la espino y estés jugando. Estuviera muy bueno un Battle Royale de Destiny. Sinceramente ya atraería muchos jugadores. Pero que no quiten el Crisol, o sea, que saquen un modo Battle Royale aparte. Estaría muy bueno. Así sí la gente jugaría muchísimo Destiny, muchísimo. Todos los grandes streamers que juegan Battle Royale como Ninja, Tifue, todos esos. Men, Destiny sería un juegazo. Y sacan Battle Royale, la verdad. A mí no me desagrada la idea de Battle Royale, pero habrá mucha gente que sí, así que.
Well, there's one of my favorite characters. I'm not going to say it though because it's spoilers.
Okay, fine.
I'm not going to tell you that.
That's fine.
There's a ton of what this character does, and I read through all the scripts and I thought it was really awesome.
En el chat ponen jaja.
Consider me intrigued. I I guess one of the final questions I have is why this storyline as opposed to any other storyline that you guys might have considered?
So we have internally.
Soy nivel 34. Bueno, en
Bungie is a
Crisol
lot
no
like
tiene
the
nada que ver
players,
el
and we're always
nivel.
talking about Destiny as fans, 'cause we are
Ahí no,
fans
no
of
te
our own
matan
game.
por ser menos nivel.
We're fans first of Destiny.
Si eres malo en Crisol,
Moon
pues
is a
eres malo, ya
fan
mejora y
favorite
listo.
inside the studio. And so it always comes up about, okay, well, when are we going back to the moon? What about the moon? Like, we just don't go there anymore. We should go back. What's been happening on the moon? Wait, like, was that on the moon? And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It turns into this fervor and excitement that, okay, we're going back to the moon. How do we make that work?
Right.
And the thing about every Destiny destination is you
Destiny
play
Destination.
through what we can release and what we can show and the stories that we have. But there's always more. There's always like another horizon or another like deep depth. Or
La
another,
gente
like, entire
está
region
preguntando
that is
por
not yet
trials en
explored.
el chat. Trials,
I
trials,
consider every
trials.
place we go in Destiny to have more stories that just
Bueno,
straight enough for us
si
to
no ponen Battle Royale, que
the
pongan trials,
right
¿verdad?
time to tell.
Absolutely.
The moon has some great stories.
Yeah, I will have some follow-up questions related to story stuff later in the show, but that is just something I kind of wanted to know, like, you know, why this one? Were you guys working on maybe other storylines that maybe just didn't work out, or you want like, let's save that for later, or like, maybe we scrap that all together, or was it just like,
Sí,
this is happening,
yo
like,
pienso que
go
si
on
vuelve a
to the
traer
moon
trials
next,
3
like,
contra 3
let's do
con
it.
los 7 wins, ajá, con el pase, con armas y armor per random, seguro va a traer a los antiguos jugadores. Sí, créeme que yo también me interesaría mucho en jugar de nuevo. De hecho, mira, Destiny 1 me encantaba, pero no jugaba Crisol, a mí no me interesaba el Crisol. Yo me compré Destiny 1 nada más para jugar el PvE.
Yeah, and I think it's a related
Pero cuando
thing
salió
that
Trials,
after too. I mean,
no,
the
ya
moon
me
is
enamoré
a place
completamente.
that was very dear to a lot of players.
Fue lo que más me
Also
gusta,
new
es
to
que
a
era
lot
muy
of other
divertido.
players. And so, like,
Pero
I
pues no, la
consider if
cagaron
you
y ya.
take your
Ni modo,
best
se
friend
acabó.
back to your hometown. You haven't been there in 5 years, and
Yeah.
it's changed. Like what has been torn down, what new is there, what still remains. You're going to explore it. And you'll be like, oh, my favorite Chinese place is gone, and now it's an organic grocery store. No, I'm going to go buy all.
No,
the
lo que ya no
lettuce,
me
you know?
gusta tanto de Destiny es que lo hicieron muy
It's
RPG.
gonna be these moments
Para
where you're gonna
todo
rediscover
hay
everything, and it's
quests,
gonna have
hay
meaning for you,
contratos,
and
hay
then
cosas que
different
tienes que
meanings for your
hacer.
friend in different ways.
No era como antes que era random todo, o sea, tú encontrabas un engrama excepcional y te tocaba el arma ahí. Ya no. Ya no me llama tanto la atención eso, la verdad.
First Light was the big moon map.
Right,
even,
exactly.
so, yeah.
You make a little look at Force Light, just a little bit. When
Porque
you're running around.
ya no juegas por jugarlo, ya no, o sea, ya no juegas por diversión, sino tienes que hacer algo. Por ejemplo, si entras a hacer algo en el mundo abierto, no te pones a explorar el mundo, sino tienes que ir a cierto lugar a conseguir algo por el quest. Si me doy a explicar. Eso no me gusta
really
tanto.
loved how that was a new piece of Destiny, like the streaming city cycle type of thing, and how you play it. And
Y
we're
antes
trying to
era un
instill
first person
these lessons
shooter
into Shadowkeep
con
as
toques de
well.
RPG y de
Look for
MMO,
cool lore drops
pero
like
ahora
that
es un RPG
over time,
que parece un
similarly.
shooter. Ahora es al revés.
All right, well, thank you
Antes
guys
era
very, very
farmear.
much for joining me.
Antes era farmear cosas en el mundo abierto, en trucos. ¿Se acuerdan lo del agarre de malo? Que era un truco que la gente encontró. Que la gente encontró en un asalto, ¿no? Reiniciándolo, etcétera. Eso era divertido. Pero ahora hacer quests es muy aburrido. Es muy aburrido. Es muy aburrido tener que hacer lo que te dice el juego, ¿sabes?
Changes have been limited to approximately once per season. To many people, they think these need to happen a little more frequently. Are there any plans to change that?
Bueno, no sé ustedes, pero yo ya perdí el interés en el stream totalmente, ¿eh? Se me hace súper aburrido esto de poner a Dato ahí a preguntarle cosas, está súper aburrido. Hubieran puesto un gameplay o algo así, la verdad. No sé, no me gusta esta idea. Me gusta que lo hayan puesto a él, hubieran puesto a alguien más también. ¿Por qué no pusieron a More Console? El youtuber que sube noticias de Destiny. Ese tipo me cae muy bien. ¿Qué pasará con Destiny 2? Pues, la verdad, bastantes cosas.
focusing on balance,
bastantes
what's the
cosas.
right amount about making new rewards and pursuits, and adding the depth that we talked about earlier. Like, you know, we want to update some of the systems, and we want to like.
¿Cuánto costará el DLC? No han dicho cuánto va a costar, pero seguramente como cualquier otro DLC. Entre 30 y 40 dólares, segurísimo.
Another kind of big topic question. Are there any plans to completely separate PvE and PvP balance?
A ver,
I know you guys are
esta pregunta es interesante, a ver.
The damage of weapons in PvE. Do you feel like there's a need for that separation?
Separar el PvE del PvP. Será gratis, sí, será gratis. El Destiny 2 será gratis, pero el DLC va a ser de pago, pues.
Your thoughts.
So a thing that we've always thought was super important for Destiny is that
Qué bueno que no compré el pase anual, Ni lo pienso comprar. ¿Vendrá con pase anual? No. No, Diego, ¿cómo vas a preguntar que si va a venir con pase anual? El pase anual es una mierda, o sea, ¿por qué preguntas sobre el pase anual? No te preocupa. No te debería de preocupar.
Our shooting and our like gunplay feels good, and part of the reason why it feels good is that muscle memory.
No va a venir con pase anual. Bueno, mira, eso dijeron ahorita. A lo mejor mañana dicen que sí va a haber. No creo, porque ya se separaron de Activision, pero...
There is some variance that we bake in and some balancing that we do, but we don't want to split them because we think if we do that over time, it's going to cause us to lose that muscle memory and that feeling.
Que no van a separar el PvE del PvP.
Okay.
No, pues, pues sí. Dicen que no porque no. Así dijo, No.
Okay. I'll take it easy on you guys on the next question.
Keep going hard.
Well, let's get a little business out of the way. Right. Is Forsaken and the annual pass getting a price drop? Do I need them to play Shadowkeep?
Yeah, so what we're doing starting today is that everything that we've released in Destiny 2 up until now, so base Destiny 2 game, the expansions...
Pues mira, si tú te compraste... ¿Llevas $180 en Destiny 2? Pues te tengo una noticia. A partir de septiembre todo lo que compraste va a ser gratis. ¿Cómo te quedas? Pero el DLC, ese sí va a ser de paga, así que tú vas a pagar aún más. Holy shit, yo me he comprado todo menos el pase anual y qué bueno que no me lo compré, ya va a ser gratis. Aparte, esta nueva temporada... Uy, como que está muy chafa, ¿no? Por no decir acá groserías y malas palabras. La raid está bien súper floja, el enemigo está horrible. No explica nada del lore. Bueno, no se me hace interesante lo que explican del lore. Las armas son un refrito de Destiny 1, solo va a haber una nueva. Uy, esta temporada, o sea, si hasta ahorita alguno de los que me está viendo no se ha comprado el pase anual, mejor espérense a septiembre, 3 meses, y se compran ya el nuevo DLC. Probablemente lo que vaya a hacer.
For free as part of that.
So if I buy Shadowkeep in like January and it's season 10 or whatever, I would get season 10 as well.
Yeah, you'll just get that season.
Ahí está, no va a haber pase anual. Ok, eso es bueno, ya ves. No va a haber pase anual, o sea, van a poner nuevo contenido solo comprando un DLC. Esto es lo que yo dije el año pasado, pero man.
I guess that kind of covers that.
Maldito Activision.
Let's go to another kind of hardball.
All right.
The community kind of laments the loss of things like new strikes, new PvP maps, and otherwise new additions to what they would consider staples of the Destiny
Es más,
experience.
Si quieren poner, mira, les voy a decir algo muy honestamente, chat. Si quieren poner el pase anual, está perfecto. Pero que cueste $10, a lo mucho $20, bueno, no, a ver, de $10, $15 un pase anual, a mí se me hace un precio súper accesible y por el contenido que van a poner está bien, pero el pase anual costó $30 y el DLC $40, pero no, oye.
we're coming back to the Crucible. Like, we know we've spent too long, like we haven't done enough for it. We had a lot of commitments with Annual Pass 1, but now we're coming back. And I think we might not answer all the ritual game in any single
¿Por qué no han hablado de que, a ver, mira, la gente en el chat dice que si Trials.
I hear you
Trials,
guys. I can hear you through Twitch chat screaming, ask about PvP. The question, it's here. It's for a different person, but it's here. Don't worry, I got you guys.
Yeah, and another thing I want to say there is like we tried to change up the formula with Annual Pass and with the seasonal model over the last year.
Uy, qué genio, ¿no? Oye.
We would put a little bit of every single type of content into each one of the drops, but then that meant the whole team was working for months or years on just that, and there would be a long drought of content. And what we're trying to do now is every couple weeks, every single month, we're releasing something and keeping the world continuously evolving, but that means that we can't release everything at the same time. And so we've tried to revolve around and
que van a poner cosas nuevas cada mes.
Yeah, and for example, like I think we underserved PvP.
Sí, caballo, sí,
totalmente. That was a
totalmente.
mistake with how we planned out the Annual Pass, and we're going to correct that starting in Season 8, and then we want to walk around and touch all the other pieces of content.
Yeah. So would you say that there is a chance that we'll see like a new strike throughout the year with the seasons? Like, I don't think...
Certainly possible. Like, we haven't planned out exactly what's in each one of our seasons, but no type of content is off the table. I mean, like, I kind of want to throw it back to you. Like, what do you think the seasons are missing right now?
Yeah, I mean, again, it just kind of comes back to a lot of those staples of the Destiny experience. The game has grown very wide and just not very tall, which is something you guys are addressing in Shadowkeep. So I think the community would definitely like to see, you know, some strikes come back, a couple PvP maps, even like remastering some
Van a poner cosas cada mes.
Bring back, you know,
Eso está bien.
Rusted Lands
Ahorita con el pase no le están poniendo cosas cada 3 meses, ¿no? Como que no le creo mucho eso de que vayan a poner contenido nuevo cada mes.
I guess final question for you guys.
¿Oh, sí?
Do you worry about being able to produce the volume of content you produced this year without the help of Activision and the other studios? You know, because the community is insatiable. You'll never be able to make enough stuff to keep people entertained. And
yeah, I mean,
how do you guys feel about that?
Working with Activision, they were great partners. Vicarious Visions, Hamilton Studios, they've made a ton of cool content in Forsaken and the Annual Pass that I'm really impressed by. A thing that we did, though, is we knew that this was going to end at the end of the Annual Pass. So what we've been working on for the last year is reconfiguring the team to make sure that we're in a place where the set of content expectations that we've set for players, we can continue delivering on every single season. So I feel confident that we can keep delivering a season's worth of content that Destiny players have come to expect every single season moving forward when it's just us.
Yep. And then the hard thing, just like the original
Lo que han hecho hasta ahora es que todo el contenido salga el mismo día.
Make new activity content, we're not being able to do the thing you just asked about, like, well, how about servicing the existing stuff? And for a game that big, so it's real hard to, like...
La verdad no entiendo nada, no sé inglés.
We haven't figured out the right balance for
Pues aquí aprendes.
But it's going to be a question of, like, what's the cool new adventures, what's the cool new ways that are going to challenge your monster kill machine every season? But how are we updating the rest of the game to also feed in and challenge your, like, give you new challenges for your character? But we have to do that in a way that also is healthy and sustainable for our team. Like, it's real hard servicing a game this big at this cadence. And so, but Destiny's going to be around for a long time. We want this team to be excited, to be able to put all that content, fresh ideas, and really be able to tackle some challenges and make the best experiences. So that's a hard balance.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, we have mailing lists inside the studio where people talk about, because with this many people, not everybody knows everything that's going on. And so people are asking, like, hey, is there going to be a strike in the new release? Are you going to go do this quality of life update? Like, we all want to touch all the parts of Destiny as fast as
we can. También la gente pide demasiado.
We don't want to ask the team to work every single weekend. Like, we want sensible, healthy, like, excited
Pero mira,
folks in the office. And
los de Epic Games con Fortnite hacen eso, cada semana ponen algo nuevo. No sé cómo diablos le hacen.
Than we have time for, right?
Right. Do you guys have anything else that you want to add before we transition here?
No.
All good? All right. Well,
thank you
guys very much for joining me.
Thanks.
I had to grill you guys a little bit more.
That was good.
And
Neta que
rotate here to
está súper
Koa and Raylene.
Está súper aburrido este concepto, ¿no? De ir preguntando y que un tipo haga preguntas. Ya llevamos una hora aquí.
New Light, something that I think a lot of people have
Hubieran
wanted for
puesto
the
un
game,
gameplay
even
o algo
though
más
they maybe
interactivo.
will not be engaging with it themselves, just like a lot of veteran players. Obviously, we already play the game, but everyone for a while has thought, man, they should really make Destiny 2 available for free for a lot of people, because you've done it in the past, right? You've done 3 weeks on Blizzard, and then like, oh, for a month if you have PlayStation Plus, and then maybe there was something, I don't even know if there was anything.
Ah, sí es cierto, ya habían puesto Destiny gratis, ¿verdad? En PlayStation. Y como una semana.
New Light, and when do I get access to it? I guess.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Just spill it all out for me.
Yeah. So for New Light, it's a new entry point for Destiny, right? So what that means is that it's tailored towards new players, but all players can experience it. So if you make a new character, and if you're a veteran player, you'll experience the New Light flow. And it's exciting because it's not a trial, right? It's not an expansion, it's not a different part of the game. It is the game, it's Destiny. And it's free. Which is
It's free?
Yeah, exciting. Yeah, exactly.
And as Raylene said, it's the whole
free?
game, right? So it's not just some subsection portion of it. It's
Mira, el tipo de allá atrás está jugando Destiny.
content that you get as Destiny player. So
Estará diciendo que está haciendo pruebas, pero...
destinations, you get to free roam, you get to
¡Está jugando Crisol!
play all that content.
Acabo de ver. ¿Estarán haciendo pruebas o algo así?
Which is really cool for us.
Que se supone que están trabajando, ¿no? Los de la oficina. Pues yo quiero trabajar ahí.
Absolutely. I was watching Twitch chat during the
Está jugando Crisol, eso hace su trabajo.
Is this Destiny 1 remastered? And blah, blah,
Dude.
blah. Can you just clarify that it is or is not a complete remaster of Destiny 1?
No,
it is not a remaster.
It is not a remaster.
It is not a remaster.
No.
It is like the first mission is, I guess, remastered.
Yeah.
Right. So you do the first mission like you were playing
Kappa.
Destiny 1, and then you're just flown right to the tower. You land, and then I can go do stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So like, how do I? You said you would unlock things over time, essentially. How, like, let's say I'm brand new, download New Light, do the first mission, land in the tower. I want to go to Mars. What do I got to do to go to Mars?
Yeah. So one of our biggest goals is to remove barriers, kind of what you're mentioning, so that you can play together with your friends.
Esta pregunta es interesante.
And you can do that within the first like 20 minutes. So once you land in the tower, as you're saying, the first, I guess maybe I'll dive back a little bit for the Cosmodrome mission. It's about 15 minutes or so. And you'll learn the basic, elements of Destiny, how to shoot your gun and that kind of thing. But once you get into the tower, you can start playing Strikes, you can start playing Crucible, you can start playing Gambit. And for the destinations, we have a system that
¿En serio? Yo quiero descargar eso.
Unlock destinations over time, but it's not going to be very, very long, right? One of our goals there is so that the world doesn't feel so overwhelming, right? So we're not trying to like lock content. We're trying to make it ease players into our world.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine it can be very daunting just loading into the tower, bring up your map again. It's like, oh, there's 17 things here.
Yeah, exactly.
What do I do? Yeah.
So the thing you were talking about there, where how do you get to Mars, right? You start after you do the Cosmo
O
mission,
sea,
you go to the tower,
entendí.
and you have access to EDZ. You play that for a little bit. We haven't tuned exactly how long you'll play, but it's probably not very long. And then you'll start, as you complete bounties and other activities, you'll quickly unlock other destinations. So you'll probably be in Mars in like a couple hours.
Okay.
Okay.
So what kind of
O sea,
stuff
descargas New Light,
New Light,
apareces con la nueva misión
the original Destiny 2
y vas haciendo quest para desbloquear todo el mundo.
Can I play Curse of Osiris?
Yes.
Warmind?
Yes. Easy. It's an easy question.
So, okay. So all...
Y que puedes jugar todas las misiones de todos los DLCs. Bueno, aburridísimo, ¿no? O sea, puedes jugar todo lo de todo Destiny 2.
If you choose to play with your friends right away, right? And if you want to go experience the campaigns of the past.
Ajá, las campañas. Oh my god.
Even like Leviathan?
Leviathan Raid, yeah.
Leviathan? Okay. What about Forsaken then? Can I go to like Dreaming City and Tangled Shore? Like, what's the limits on Forsaken?
So that's a little bit different. As far as Tangled Shore and Dreaming City, you can go there. We actually want you to be able to explore all destinations. So we mentioned that you'll
Puedes explorar todo, ¿no?
You'll see that Dreaming City, Tangled Shore, and actually the moon as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
Me estaba quedando dormido y le metí un cabezazo al teclado. Neta que sí está aburridísimo. A veces dicen cosas interesantes como esta, pero.
But then, if you wanted to, like, say you play Shadowkeep and you really like the raid content, you really enjoyed the way that feels with your friends, or you really like story missions, if you want to go back.
¿Y van a volver trials o no? La gente está preguntando por. Miren, no les miento, es que. Miren, trials. Vean, la gente está dormida preguntando por trials.
So basically, if I want to go play like the meaty stuff of Forsaken, like
Trials is dead. Bueno.
The dungeon, the campaign.
No soy yo, es la gente.
Exotic quests, things like that. Things that are.
¿De qué me perdí? Bueno, sí, de bastante, la verdad.
But I don't need Forsaken to go play Shadowkeep.
Correct.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to add? Because I feel like we covered basically everything that I needed to cover.
It's a lot. It's a lot to talk about because as a New Light player, you get so much content.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, on destinations you think about, there's also like public events, and then there's adventures. We have some like
Public events, ojo, capa total, ¿no? O sea, dice, si descargas Destiny New Light vas a poder hacer un montonal de nuevas actividades, como eventos públicos. Wow.
Yeah, and I think a lot of current players have been hoping for Destiny 2 to go free in some way for a while. Like what you guys did at BlizzCon was fantastic. I saw tons of new people, like little level 3s and level 4s running around easy when I'm trying to go do stuff, and that was fun to see as a veteran player, just seeing like a huge new wave of people come in. And when New Light comes out, I'm hoping to see that again. And just knowing how much stuff they get access to as well as.
Y mira, el chat dicen que refund. Oye, sí es cierto. ¿Puedo hacer refund ahora? ¿Cómo se le llama?
Oh, one more question.
¿Puedo hacer una devolución? Me regresa mi dinero y juego Destiny 2 gratis.
You have your character level and then you have power level. What character level do I start at? What power level do I start at?
Yeah. So right now we're tuning this back and forth, so it could change, but it's 750, right? But
power level 750.
Yes.
750.
That's what you start at. So basically the cap
of
today.
Yeah.
Okay. As of right now.
Totally. Yeah, but our goal.
¿Qué? La luz para iniciar Destiny, el nuevo DLC es 750.
Yeah, that's good. No, I mean that's sort of related to the boost that people can do for the beginning of the season, which I thought was also a very good idea. Helps people get right into it.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
All platforms. Perfect. If you guys have nothing else to add, I think that'll do it.
Sweet, man.
Sweet.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much for joining me.
Talking to you.
Thank you.
And
Mi café.
Last guest here.
All right.
Hey, bud.
All right.
I got some zingers for you.
All right.
I got some hardball ones.
You know, we can get to this. I want to talk to you for a few minutes.
Okay.
First. You've had a pretty eventful week, dude.
Eventful is one way to put it, yeah.
So first, I know I want to talk to you a little bit about the raid, but I want to talk to you about the weekend before.
Okay.
Because so you're battling throat infection. This was like
the
raid was like your
fun.
flu game, your Michael Jordan flu game.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Be Bold. Congrats on the world first. Carolina Gamer. What's up, man? Esoteric.
So walk me through it. I've watched it. I was actually in your channel watching it as it all went down. Like, just give me a little bit of like, you've had a couple days to process it now. Like,
I'm happy where we placed. We found out that it was actually the closest between first and second in the history of Destiny. And I'm very happy with where we placed and everything. But man, like, you got all these silvers and bronzes, and it's like, yeah, but a gold one would be nice. Yeah. One day to put on the mantle. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll try next time. I think we got a really solid squad.
You'll have another chance this fall.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's get some hardball questions. Why did you decide to partner with Google Stadia? Because
a ver, ¿por qué se quisieron hacer partner con Stadia de Google?
Got away from Activision, you really go on your own. Is Stadia going to have a significant impact on development of the game? Anything like that?
There's a couple types of development. There's the the first thing, why Google? Like, it's that vision that I laid out at the top with Mark. You know, the awesome action MMO, single evolving.
Oigan, ¿dónde está Dish? Ahora no está Dish ahí, ¿verdad? El otro men, el... Ah, caray. ¿Ya no trabaja ahí con ellos? Según yo sí, ¿no? Puso un tweet el otro día de Bungie. Según yo sí.
But development-wise, there's an impact because we've taken a bunch of our talented engineering team to like stand up Stadia this year. So like there's always trade-offs that you're making. But we think it's an awesome partnership.
All right. For the first time ever, you guys used the word MMO to describe Destiny.
And is it really the first time?
The first time that I can remember.
Publicly.
At least publicly. Because I can remember dating back to...
No es cierto lo que dice Dato. Sí decían MMO. Cuando se anunció por primera vez en la primera E3 del 2013, así se dijo que era un MMO. Era MMORPG First Person Shooter.
We got some of those things in the game right now. There's some grinding, some education, some management.
There's definitely some, but why the change, and what are you doing to make sure that Destiny still keeps its identity while also expanding upon the systems that MMO or RPG players have come to want? You know, Johnny Two Sticks is like, I just want to shoot aliens, like miss me with the spreadsheets, right?
So we're going to preserve like.
Pues a mí me gustaba más como era antes, ¿eh? Que era un first person shooter, como dijo, de disparar alienígenas con elementos de RPG. Porque ahorita es un RPG total y es súper aburrido, en serio. Yo no pensé que un RPG fuera tan tedioso. De hacer quest y que todo fuera por pasos y, ay, güey, es muy tedioso. O sea, no puedes llegar y jugar lo que quieras, sino tienes que hacer... Tienes que seguir el protocolo de algo, ¿sabes? Ni en el crisol, o sea, es más, para desbloquear el crisol tienes que hacer algo, ¿sabes? Bueno, ya saben a qué me refiero.
Franchise's history, like we're coming up on year 6, it had more. Like when people were chasing, you know, tier 12 or whatever and taking King in Rise of Iron time frame, and those are the types of things that we want to start with and bring back. But we think the future over the long horizon is much brighter than just that. And so then the next part of it is really the social fabric, and we haven't built the right things yet for the social fabric for the game, and we want to make it easier for.
Es el director del juego, Luke Smith.
There are all kinds of checks that I could like sit here and write.
Bueno, sí, siempre fue el director de Destiny 1. Creo que en Destiny 2 lo despidieron y luego lo volvieron a contratar, algo así. Así que está muy bien, la verdad.
Remind folks that when we talk about things like vision, we're not necessarily just talking about like, and all of this is coming this fall. We're really trying to, you know, now that we can have that like open dialogue with here's where Destiny's going over time. Like here's where we're going on the long arc of the Destiny franchise.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the long arc of the Destiny franchise, are we going somewhere with this story? Because we started it already in like a very obscure, like, what did we just do in the Black Garden? Like, what? Okay. And then like, okay, now the Oryx storyline, and then the Riven storyline, and then this storyline, and then this one.
Sí, eso tiene razón, ¿eh? Eso tiene toda la razón del mundo. La historia es un desmadre en Destiny.
And maybe not experiencing like an overall story.
Es cierto eso, eso es cierto.
It feels a bit too much like life rather than an arc.
It's like where are we going?
So we've talked about this a bunch internally. Like we have over the years had kind of like different monster of the weeks is how we described it. You know, Dark Below to Dark Below, Crota, Oryx. That was all just like a monster of the week story. What we're doing this fall with Shadowkeep is, you know, we did put some arrows into flight at the end of Destiny 2. And Shadowkeep is the next chapter in that like broader universe story. Like we are going to be, you know, peeling back some of these layers over time. What we're trying to make sure we do, and we haven't.
¿Sabes qué Dato tiene razón?
With this is feel like the universe is going somewhere. Like people want to feel like what they're doing matters, and that it's heading toward. I don't want to say a resolution or an ending, because I don't think Destiny's heading toward an ending, but heading somewhere where there's going to be change.
Right, yeah. Just somewhere where we feel like, oh, okay, this is where that's all going down. This used to be on my list. It is removed, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Trials?
Oh, Trials.
So the thing we talked about up front is, I'm glad you asked. I think that if you didn't ask about Trials, that would have been bad for us. and really bad for you, because if you don't ask the questions that your community wants to know.
Because PvP for the last year has been, here's a new comp weapon that's just been easier to get, and comp is pretty bare bones, and PvP has been, or has felt neglected.
El Crisol es una mierda, Dato, dilo ya. Mira, el Crisol es una mierda. ¿Van a poner trials o no?
As we are looking at the playlist structure, and we're going to make changes to the playlist structure, and we're going to talk about a bunch of that later this summer. The like crappy metaphor for the way I'm thinking about this is, we have like some additions we want to make to the house, but first we've got to like look at the house and repair the foundation, and we've got like work to do and maintenance to do, and we have to do more upkeep and than we've been doing for sure. I think that a bunch of when I watched the raid this week, I saw the comp weapons getting a lot of play, so they are certainly motivating acquisition, and they're delivering a power fantasy. I think those things have been pretty cool, and I know that I know people love trials. I certainly love trials. There was a debate as to whether or not I should wear one of my now defunct Lighthouse Tours shirts from my friends over at Lab. And I think it's the type of thing that we love it. Like what we're trying to do with Destiny, and this is gonna tie in maybe if you decide to ask another question about the moon. What we're trying to do with Destiny going forward, like the total plan aside from the vision is we want it to be the ultimate version of the game over time, and that's kind of where we're heading.
Okay, but when is it coming out?
Pues que no.
We gotta repair the foundation.
Let it be known that I tried. Okay.
No respondió la.
All right. For that, I'm giving
no
you,
respondió
this is a hardball
nada.
question, but I'm gonna role play. Okay, you're gonna be Luke, and I'm gonna be mad on the internet. TM.
All right.
How are you gonna respond to people in Twitch chat who are gonna say?
You still seem like Dado right now, though.
I know.
Character.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always mad. You guys are reusing old assets to refresh the game under a major expansion. We already been to the moon. Forsaken had Dreaming City. Tangled Sword, Dreaming City was crazy, and they had the Scorn, and then Taken King had the Taken, and we went to the Dreadnought, and now we're going back to the moon, and we're fighting Hive. Like, what do you say to those people?
Qué pregunta,
So what do you say to them? I know that you talked to Ray.
Oye, ¿quién contrató a Dato para hacer quedar mal a de?
When we take something like a planet and bring it
O sea,
back,
literalmente le acaba de decir que Destiny 2 apesta.
Oye. A bunch of like cool Easter eggs and stuff and Out of the Shadows for people.
Oye, tranquilo, o sea, ya sabemos, pero no se lo digas al director del juego. Uf. Mira el chat cómo está. Uf. Oye. Le acaba de dar un backstab.
I wrote and signed off with had a reference to a classic raid. Like we really are looking at the backlog that we're building and thinking about what the future of Destiny looks like and how we're gonna be able to leverage that backlog going forward. And the moon is kind of us like dipping our toes in the water to see how it feels, and it's also us taking an awesome stab at what is it.
Uy, lo que preguntó este men, uf.
And updated it into a new context. And it was the origin of this. Actually, a bunch of the origin of this came from some of our super talented artists here who they're like playing around with the lighting engine for D2, and they relit the moon, and they just sent like a couple screenshots over to Mike, Zach, and I, and we were like, holy shit, this looks awesome. Like this looks awesome, and we just get excited about that stuff.
Dijo la palabra con ese.
The team gets their hands on it, and they get excited about it, and then there's this,
whoa. El chat, whoa.
It's a place that it's a thing like haunting us in the sky. Like you'd like.
Eso me encanta Twitch.
Destiny to go back to a place that's that nearby unknown and see how it's changed over the last few years. We think it's gonna be awesome.
All right. I got one more question. I assume you're going to be asked this at E3 anyway, so I'm just going to ask it anyway.
Oh,
Destiny
sí,
3.
Por favor, Destiny 3, ¿cuándo?
Are we, because I think some people are surprised that Destiny 3 is not coming this time around. Are we going to keep Destiny 2 and just keep stacking on expansions?
No.
Do you want to make a Destiny 3?
Por favor, Destiny 3, que ya saquen Destiny 3. Es lo que le hace falta a este juego ya, Destiny 3. Dejen ya este Destiny 2 y sus DLCs, por favor.
Yeah, it's anything that we're going to do beyond what we're talking about today is super far out. And like right now, we've really recommitted the team
Super far
to Destiny 2, the next chapter of it's this fall. We've got plans for where we're going to go with Destiny, and there's a bunch of stuff that we talked about here that we've got to deliver on. And a thing that I will say about the future of Destiny is that vision that we outlined is going to be true no matter what we do. Like, we are making an awesome action MMO in a single evolving world that you can play.
No manches, otra vez evadió la pregunta de nuevo.
I think we got like 1 or 2 more, but I don't think we have time to cover them.
Yeah, the clock is at 0 and beeping.
Yeah, it's angry at me.
And so, before we go, there's one last thing I want to talk about, which is behind us is an amazing team here, and we only got to look at a few members of the team today and a few members in the Vidocs, but the Bungie team is so much bigger than just the 11 people or so here at the company. They are, like, who showed up. They're doing an amazing job. They're doing an amazing job, and you know they're working so hard, and everyone here loves the game, and we're trying to make the best game that we can. And so I just want to make sure that we acknowledge the team real quick. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it with us. I want to thank Dado coming in. No wounds to lick. It's okay with second place.
Yeah.
Before we go, we're going to take one last look at the trailer for Shadowkeep.
Pues ya se acabó, eso es todo. ¿Qué podemos decir? Faltan 3 meses para que salga, a ver cuando salga qué tal está el DLC. Mira, cosas nuevas, pues no mucho, historia, quién sabe. Pero no pone nada de Crisol, o sea, lo que mantiene vivo el juego es el Crisol. Es el PvP, actividades contra jugadores, porque el PvE es... como te lo acabo de hacer en una semana y ya, o sea, no sé si me da a entender, pero es mejor ir jugando cosas multijugador contra personas que solo hacer actividades repetitivas. Bueno, a eso me refiero yo. Bueno, pues aquí me retiro, espero que os haya gustado. Y pues nos van a dar refrito, mira. Es que esto me molesta, que jueguen con la nostalgia y te pongan los antiguos enemigos de Destiny para que vuelvas a comprar un nuevo DLC. Hay cosas nuevas y buenas, como lo que pusieron de que va a ser gratis el juego, de que van a compartir plataforma con Stadia y que va a haber cross save, algo así. Bueno, thanks for watching. Bueno, pues lo mismo les digo yo, gracias por ver. Nos vemos en la próxima. Adiós.